Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we're back for some more of the Twilight Princess HD Let's Play. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we are still continuing onwards with more of what is happening within the Arbiter Grounds. We do have to go and search for just one more big Poe left, and once we go and do that, then we at least got ourselves halfway throughout our time of this place, and that means we do have a mini-boss that is going to be up and coming, which that mini-boss is going to be known as Death Sword, one of my favorite of the mini-bosses here so far in Twilight Princess. Now this one is a very cool and unique one, and I don't think we will ever go and get to see this again at some point later on down the road. Hopefully that there is going to be some time where we will be able to go and see that again. But this is where we will be able to go and use both with Wolf Link and also with Link within this time of having to go in battle with Death Sword. And we'll get into more into that once we go and start reaching off into the actual said boss that is going to happen from here. Now, since we already got ourselves with the other big Poe, it's onwards back to the main hub area to see the door finally go and open up and start doing some other things that are going to happen within here so that we can reach off over into where Death Sword is going to be. Now, within these two videos for today, not only are we just going to be, of course, just going to be doing out here with Twilight Princess, but we're also, of course, going to be doing some more of Yokai Watch 3. But you guys do go and check it on that because we are going to have to go and do just a little bit of some other different key-solving puzzles within our time of the Haunted Mansion within the whole escape room place. And I think once we are all said and done with that, next video, you guys should be able to go and see that within Yokai Watch 3, we will be taking on the next main big boss, known as the Betty Bye boss, which I think something tells me that there's going to be a lot of sleeping type of status effects that are going to happen within there, which that is going to be somewhat relatively annoying. Now, if you guys do go and see over here, right when we just went and enter on into this area, you can see that there's a little bit of a weird type of gear thing showing up there. Well, just in a little bit, once we go and actually destroy out with Death Sword, we will be able to go and pick up with the thing known as the spinner, and we are going to be able to go and use that for the remainder of what this dungeon is going to be. Now, I think also as well too, within the way of the main boss, we are going to have to, of course, use this spinner to at least help ourselves out on trying to knock down that guy so that we can at least get into the other main part of what this game is going to be about, and that's going to be having to look for the different mirror pieces later on. Because we are going to have to go and meet up with this type of mirror of Twilight or something that's going to happen all the way up at the very high point of, I think, of this Arbiter Grounds here. And I think that's where we will get ourselves introduced into Ganon, I think, around at that point as well too, right? So we'll have to see what's going to happen within there. Alright, so since you guys didn't really get to see too much about within this area, all that we really have to go and do is that you just have to find the key, and then once you go and figure out where the key is, you just launch yourself all the way down here into this particular part, and this is where you're going to have to go and use Wolf Link. Now remember back in the area of the Gorons that we went and had to go and do that one dungeon with? I did tell you guys that there is going to be a segment that kind of looks a little bit like this, but this time around, you actually want to go and use Wolf Link, because I'm pretty certain I think you kind of have to use Wolf Link, because I don't think there's really a way where you can just go and just use regular Link, because Wolf Link actually does go a little bit faster, and you can actually make it all through this door here. And just watch out for any of those invisible mice that do go and show up here. But now, we actually do have some of these. Yes, we got some of these random weird spinner gear things that are going to be here. And unfortunately, these guys will try to go and injure you at any given point. Now, later on, we will have to go through these gears while using the actual spinner. But that will be happening more so in the next episode when we start going into the other half of what's going on here in this way. So there we go. Of course, we got Uku now. So if you ever do want to go and transport yourself on out of this dungeon for any type of given reason, Uku is, of course, going to be here. Now, there is one new enemy that I don't think I ever got to go show you guys yet, but you guys will be able to go see it here in this episode. And that is going to be with the Stelphos Knights. And yes, the Stelphos Knights are going to be making themselves appeared out here in this episode. Now, to go and do this type of Stelphos battle is that you actually want to go and use the Helm Strike, and the Helm Strike is something that's going to be a very big major part as well for these guys, so that you can just go and knock them out and then be able to go and place a bomb on them as well too, because unfortunately you can't really go and knock out these Stelphos Knights. You kind of have to make sure to kind of at least get them completely done, and that's by using those bombs. So there we go, and just like that, all the Stelphos Knights are now finally taken care of within this area. Didn't want to go show you guys all the things that were happening throughout there, just so that you guys don't have to see too much about what was going on. But now we can go and finally head over here to this way. Now this is where we're going to see those annoying bugs out here again, and just try to make sure that we just run on out of here as best as we can from here, and hopefully try to go and use that nice good claw shot ability there. And yeah, unfortunately these guys just like to go and jump on you and then try to make things go very slow, but in the end we will make sure that those guys get completely thrown away from us. And here it is, the door that leads us right on over to where Death Sword is going to be. So basically what we're going to have to do here is that once we enter on into this way, you want to go and actually use Link first and actually cut down a little part of what the sword's going to happen. And then that sword's going to basically reawaken, and that's when we're going to have to actually transfer into our Wolf Link form. Because this guy is actually going to be somewhat of a ghostly spirit, so we're going to have to try to kind of reawaken this guy during the time, so that we can then go and see him in his true form, and then try to go and attack him out as a regular Link from here. So now we're gonna have to fight a big gigantic sword, huh? Well, no, not in reality. Let's just go and switch around into a Wolf Link, and let's go and see him now here. So basically what we're gonna have to do is just kind of like what we did before with the pose, is just kind of wait until these guys just basically light up, and then you can go and then do your attack. Kind of like what happened before with the big pose that just happened in the very beginning of this episode. Just wait until he lights up, and then that's when you can go for the jump attack. Now what's going to happen here is that this guy's now going to start going flying in the air. Now this is where you want to make sure that you at least have some bombs, arrows with you, because I think this is the only type of way that you can only at least try to knock him around here. I don't think you can really go and use like a claw shot or even use like a gill boomerang. I don't even know for that, but I normally always go for the bomb arrows here, because this could always help you out quite a bit. So just go and hit him right there, and then just like that, he'll just kind of fly around for a little bit, and he'll try to make his way on over towards to where you are, and he'll try to do a whack there. But instead, what we're going to do is just do some jump slashing attack, and all that it is really here at this, well, for this entire part, is that it's just going to be all rinse and repeat from here. So just keep on using Link, use the bomb arrows as well as you can, and then if you get the nice good hit right here, then you can just go and just do all the attacks that you do need. And just like that, Death Sword is down and out, and that is where we are now going to be able to get that spinner and be able to get a new upgrade for Link and be able to go and use it for the next episode. Whoa, so he just like turned into all these bats, and now they just completely just flown on out of here. Huh, interesting. Alright, well, let's just go and head over here. This area is now finally open up to us. Now, if you guys do see all these weird little, I guess, like the areas for like where the spinner are, this is where we are going to have to use that main item to get ourselves out, because there's no other way to go and leave on out of this place. So the only way is just to go and grab the spinner and just be able to get our way on out of here now. Alright, now let's do it. Now, there is going to be some other obstacles at some point where we are going to have to jump back and forth between these type of little gear lever things that are going to happen from here. But we'll worry about that for next time. But since we are getting ourselves into the end of the episode, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one for Twilight Princess. And of course, peace.